Next on Up North Live, news at 6. A warning tonight to students and a request being made of parents in what law enforcement say has become a potentially dangerous end-of-school year tradition. A rough Saturday night for some in northern Michigan. A look at the extensive damage a storm caused when it hit Onekama. Plus hundreds of unmarked graves found in a Charlevoix County cemetery. How those buried there are being remembered. And we profile a group counting and tracking raptors as they cross the Straits of Mackinac.
This is Up North Live News at 6 on 7 and 4.
We are at the scene of a crash in Leelanau County where a car smashed into a house, creating a gaping hole in the structure. This happened late this afternoon on Cherry Bend Road near the Elmwood Charter Township Park. Our Nicole Long is on site and joins us live with the details. Nicole.
Yeah, Maya, according to the Leelanau County Sheriff, they are currently in contact with the 73-year-old driver who drove into the house here on the corner of Lincoln and Cherry Bend Roads. I've been told that the driver lost control on Cherry Bend, went into the grass and hit a phone box before crashing into the house and then fleeing the scene right after 4 o'clock this afternoon. The homeowner was home at the time of the accident but was not injured. The Elmwood Township Fire Department did have to take the garage door off in order to get inside the house. Deputies are still investigating how this happened, and the driver has been taken to Munson. Reporting live in Leelanau County, Nicole Long, Up North Live News.
A warning tonight to students and a request being made of parents in what law enforcement say has become a potentially dangerous end-of-school year tradition. It's called the Assassin's Game, and while it's a game, local law enforcement says it creates a scene and a situation that could put lives at risk.
What's your advice to the students?
Stop playing the game.
It's become an annual sign of spring that law enforcement around northern Michigan wishes we didn't see.
Kids go around after school hours and they try to eliminate their classmates.
It's called the Assassin's Game. As the school year winds down, high school students across the country often ambushing classmates after school at homes or businesses with Nerf, airsoft, or squirt guns. Last person standing wins.
A game of this nature with the realism of those weapons, it's really, there's just no place for it in today's society.
Those playing the game say it's a lot of fun. Those witnessing it, not knowing exactly what is happening, say it can be alarming.
It would be easy to misinterpret what's going on, right?
Absolutely. A lot of times the parents don't know that their own children are playing this.
The concern, someone, be it law enforcement or a private citizen, might witness the game, the dark clothing, the sneaking around, the ambush, the weapon, and act.
We don't want one of those children to get hurt.
There's the actual act of the ambush, but often there are reports of aggressive driving and trespassing that accompany the gameplay.
Somebody will report that somebody's sneaking around outside their house when really it's just kids playing a game. Other times we've received what appears to be like a road rage type complaint, but it's, kids chasing after other kids in vehicles.
As the game picks up, so do calls to 911 and high pressure responses by law enforcement.
With all the active violence that goes on in the world, we've got to take these threats seriously. And if law enforcement gets called, we're going to act accordingly.
Discussions have been had with officers, deputies, and dispatchers, reminding them that the unusual calls are probably coming. But departments across northern Michigan are hoping those discussions aren't the only ones taking place.
I would like parents to sit down with their kids and really talk to them about the dangers that this isn't just a game.
Many school districts have addressed the game and created rules to restrict it, but since the gameplay usually takes place after school hours and off school property, there isn't much they can do to crack down on it. Again, law enforcement is asking parents to address the concerns and potential risks with their students directly.
2 people have been charged in the Emmett County animal cruelty case. The sheriff's office had found 48 cats and 2 dogs at a home earlier this month. Deborah Pelkowski is charged with animal cruelty, 25 or more, and lying to a peace officer, facing up to 9 years in prison total. Raven Staines is charged with cruelty of 4 to 10 animals, which could mean 2 years in prison. Their arraignments have not been scheduled yet. The community support helped the animals get rescued by the Little Traverse Bay Humane Society. Prosecutor Michael Skidema says an additional cat was later voluntarily given to the Humane Society.
Village of Onekama is cleaning up after getting egg-sized hail Saturday night during the storm. UpNorthLive's Audrey Boucher was in Manistee County today looking at the damage and talking with people who rode out the storm.
The noise, the winds, the continuous wind speed, and the size of the hail, I've never seen anything like it. It was exactly like something you'd see watching a Discovery Channel show on natural disaster or the Weather Channel.
Rick Rowe is one of the many residents of Onekama that's home is severely damaged from 2-inch diameter hail. It ripped apart the screens on his windows, dented his trucks and garage.
I could hear a whoosh, and it was a good 2-3 minutes steady. It wasn't like a whoosh whoosh. It sounded bad. I even told my wife, she was on the couch, I'm like, I don't like the sound of that. And it wasn't even raining at this point. There was enough thunder that every once in a while you could see. I thought I was going to see a funnel cloud, and then all of a sudden the hail came and the wind picked up. And I've never experienced hail that size.
The winds from the storm were so strong, it uprooted trees and covered streets in debris. Rowe says the storm lasted roughly 20 minutes, but left months worth of damage to fix. The owner of Macbeth & Company, a gift store downtown, came to check on her store. She found windows shattered, the store flooded, and damage to inside goods.
I have some tins here with flowers in them, and the one tin is all dented and it was inside the building, so the hail hit it hard enough to dent the tin here in the building.
McCarthy says this is the first time she's ever experienced a storm like this.
We just discovered another window that was broken open. So yes, I'm sure it's going to be a while. We're probably going to be finding things for many moons in the meantime, you know, looking for the damage that is an afterthought here at the store.
In Onekama, Audrey Boucher, UpNorthLive News.
The building of a Dollar General in honor created a stir in Benzie County when construction suddenly stopped. Since then, the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy placed a sign on the property saying the work is being done in violation of protected wetlands. Our Allie Baxter has been looking into the project. She joins us live from the UpNorthLive Content Center. Allie, where do things stand now?
Maya, the next steps are to do a site evaluation. I'm told that could take several weeks. So is the Dollar General still being built? We asked that question. Do you think the construction is going to move forward?
Yes, I do.
For nearly a month, this property off US 31 in Benzie County has been pretty quiet. What once was filled with construction activity now sits empty.
Marv, something doesn't feel right, something's off. I just want to give you a heads up, make sure our plans match, make sure everything's up to snuff.
That was part of a phone call Homestead Township Zoning Administrator Marvin Radke got at 8 p.m. one night from the excavator working on the construction of a Dollar General right outside the Village of Honor. As Radke tells it, the excavator was working when he noticed lots of standing water.
The excavator got a hold of myself and asked, you know, if I had a set of plans and if they matched, everything was the same.
That's when they made the call to stop work on the site. According to Radke, the commercially zoned land is half wetlands, with the northern part able to be built on.
Every once in a while something like this happens, and it's been a great while, and with the individuals and entities involved, they took the initiative rather than having a government come in and shut them down.
As Radke explains, there are multiple checks and balances in place between engineers, local government, and environmental agencies. But those mean nothing if the land does something you don't expect it to.
So there's really no particular entity to blame. Sometimes, you know, site conditions are different outside of the soil borings that were done.
Radke says Eagle was originally contacted to see if the site needed a permit. He says Eagle told them it didn't reach their standards for involvement and deferred to Benzie County.
But there might be a different viewpoint now.
We reached out to Eagle for comment last week. When we received this statement, it didn't match the timeline given to us by those involved with the project. We reached out for clarification. We did not receive a response by airtime. And we'll have that entire statement posted on our website in the Content Center. Allie Baxter, back to you.
A Charlevoix County community rededicated part of its cemetery today, all thanks to the Daughters of the American Revolution chapter that found dozens of forgotten names. Up North Live's Daniel Zivian spoke with volunteers as they unveiled the monument.
A solemn tribute, 2 years in the making. It may have been some onlookers' first time in the Eveline Township Cemetery, but for Christine Brown, it's her.
Well, we do apologize, clearly having some issues with the video portion of that. We'll work to bring you that story a little later on in this broadcast.
Join us for a Your Voice, Your Future Town Hall Crisis on the Farm. It's Wednesday, May 8th at 7 p.m., streaming live from the Traverse City Opera House. We've assembled a panel of farmers to talk about the critical issues they're facing. We'll talk about wages, trade, and why farms are already disappearing in northern Michigan. The public is invited. Doors open at 6:30.
And we'll take a look at our forecast. Off and on rain through the week. We'll time some of that out coming up after the break.
I'm Jada Johnson from Big Boys TV, and the Fish and Game Report is sponsored by Johnson's Propane.
Nick Bolton here with the newest addition to our tactical line, the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver. Designed with the needs of our military in mind, Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, whether you're at home or on the go. It even has a built-in trimmer for sideburns and beards. And it works wet or dry for a great shave in even the harshest conditions. That's right, the Tax Shaver is completely waterproof. In fact, you could even use a Tax Shaver underwater and still get a great shave. Navy guys, Tax Shaver is small and compact, so it slips easily into any pocket. Yet it also has 3 powerful rotary heads that can easily take on even the coarsest hair. To prove it, I'm going to do something I never do. Shave. As you can see, it easily handled even my stubborn stubble. Now that's what I call military tough. So let's review. Tax Shaver gives you a quick, razor-smooth shave, features a built-in trimmer, works wet or dry, even underwater, and has 3 powerful shaving heads. I mean, there's just nothing like it on the market today.
Act now to get your Tax Shaver for the special TV price of just $29.99 with free shipping. It's the only shaver that features genuine Bell & Howell precision and quality and is backed by our 10-year warranty. That's right. Call or click today to get your Tax Shaver and we'll ship it to you free. Act now to get the Bell & Howell Tax Shaver at this special TV price. Here's how to order.
To order, call 1-800-796-1145 or go to taxshaver.com. That's 1-800-796-1145, or you can order online at taxshaver.com.
I am so glad you ladies are here. You each have your own rooms. Thank you. Good.
Is it okay to call you Mom?
Of course you can.
Hi, I'm Pete from Alpena Agency. Let's talk about your home and auto insurance. At Alpena Agency and Auto Owners Insurance, our agents are standing by ready to take your call. No phone menu system and no waiting on hold. All across Michigan, we're writing more and more customers due to our great rates and our great service. Alpena Agency is right for you, no matter where you live in Michigan. With Alpena Agency and Auto Owners Insurance, you have my fast and friendly service promise. Call us or visit alpenaagency.com. We make home and auto insurance easy.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Kiyrax Davis. Sunrise Mission gave out free haircuts and beard trimmings to members of the community.
We have 5 hairstylists that are professional and very experienced that are coming in to offer haircuts and beard cuts to various members of our community, including some of our residents.
Hairstylist from Rebel Roots Hair Studio provided these services to all members of the community, such as law enforcement, college students, and other area nonprofit agencies.
We're looking at ways that we can come together and offer some services that will benefit those who just could use a haircut, a beard cut, and in the future other things and services as well.
Sunrise Mission is a donor and grant-funded organization that serves residents in the counties of Alpena, Alcona, Presqu'île, Montmorency, Oscoda, Otsego, Sheboygan, and Crawford, providing them with shelter, food, clothing, and other necessities. If you'd like to make a donation to Sunrise Mission, you can call 989-356-1277 for more details. In Alpena, Kiyrax Davis, WBKB News. The fog didn't stop the Viking Octantis from bringing passengers to Alpena this morning.
The Viking Octantis made port in Alpena at 8 a.m. this morning and will be back May 5th.
And Viking Octantis is an expedition ship that's part of the larger Viking company. And here we are in Alpena currently.
You may have seen passengers on a walking excursion of downtown Alpena today.
Not only do our guests get to look around the town of Alpena, but we also actually work with the National Marine Sanctuary as well for the science portion of it.
The cruise ships are not only for leisure and enjoyment, but they offer a scientific outlet for our community,
including the lake-oriented water columns, as well as microplastics and the overall shipwrecks and the geology that's in the area. So we're always looking for more research and more partners that we're able to collaborate with while we're here.
The cruise ships bring in scientists that study the science of our Great Lakes and our community. In Alpena, Lisa Day, WBKB News.
Thanks, Lisa. Now let's check out our full weather report.
News. Well, quite a bit of rain over the weekend. We mentioned earlier, Audrey had that story with the hail in Onekama Saturday night. We did have some severe weather as well. The severe weather threat is gone, and I'll tell you what, this is the updated drought monitor as of, so this was updated Thursday, but what an improvement from just a couple weeks ago. We had the entire eastern UP under a moderate drought. Even parts of Manistee County and much of northern Michigan was abnormally dry, and we've really seen this shrink thanks to recent rain we've had. And again, this was updated last Thursday. We've had quite a bit of rain since then. So just showing you the drought monitor, some good improvement there because of the rain that we've had. And so that's one good thing. There's a look at the radar estimated rainfall. So we go back 2 days, and a good portion of northern Michigan, at least some of the blue shaded areas, and there's a good area here, so at least an inch of rain. That's quite a bit. In some spots up to 2 to 3, where you got caught underneath a few of those thunderstorms over the course of the weekend. So again, more rain rolling through, and we're going to get more at times as we move through the upcoming week here. Not a lot to show you right now. We had a big batch of rain this morning. That has moved on. There is a cold front right here. A few showers just getting into Lake Michigan. We're not going to see much out of that. And actually, if anything, just some drizzle and maybe a little bit of fog. You can see some of these lighter showers here over Emmett County up toward Newberry tonight. This is the system crossing through now. There's the next one. That'll bring a little bit round of rain Tuesday night, late into Wednesday morning. And we're kind of in a little bit of a train here as these systems periodically pass through every couple days, each one bringing the chance for a little bit of rainfall. So showers will linger overnight tonight. I think some fog too. In fact, in some areas, especially near the lakeshore, the maritime areas, we could see some thick fog later tonight into the morning tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies. You know, we might squeeze out a couple showers, very spotty. Certainly not everyone's going to get rain tomorrow, just a few spotty showers, maybe some sun down here late in the day. And then here's that next system I just showed you up in Montana tonight. That one brings in some rain Tuesday night, early Wednesday, some rain passing by. That'll depart the area, and then we get the same thing Thursday night into Friday, another round of rain to end the work week. So as we look here, we're not going to get a whole lot of rain like what we saw over the weekend. There's that system Tuesday night into Wednesday, maybe 1/4 to a half inch of rain there around Alpena, up toward Rogers City, areas there in Antrim County. So here's our forecast overnight tonight. A few showers, plan on some fog. Temperatures in the 40s overnight. Alpena, Hillman, 44. Royston, Petoskey, 45. A few showers, some fog. Traverse City, 47. A few showers. Areas of fog could be thick after midnight, with most northern Michigan in the 40s. Tomorrow, Tuesday, a few showers in the UP. Pretty cloudy up this way. Low and mid-50s for daytime highs. 56 at Sheboygan. We'll throw a couple 60s out there. Alpena south toward Ossaneek, Harrisville, Mayo. Petoskey, 54. Harbor Springs, spotty showers. I think the Grand Traverse region, Boyne City down to Frankfort, Beaver Island, should stay dry, mostly cloudy, maybe some fog in the morning. And our last stop here, partly to mostly cloudy. Now, this is the most likely area to get a little sunshine in the afternoon and evening tomorrow. Baldwin, 62 there in Lake County. Extended forecast, few showers Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Another chance for some rain later Thursday and Friday. Friday looks wet. And then right now, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully a little bit of sunshine to start next weekend on Saturday.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
Cleanup continues here in Oklahoma, as well as Iowa and Nebraska, following the weekend's destructive tornado outbreak. The threat of more severe weather returns tomorrow. A much more tranquil scene this morning along South Carolina's coast, and the Navy's Blue Angels buzz a beach near Pensacola, Florida, as precise and breathtaking as ever.
Want to see your weather photos and videos on TV? Click Chime In on this station's website to share.
Coming up, girls soccer highlights to start Monday evening. St. Francis and Elk Rapids, pretty good matchup. Plus, we'll go back to that thing called the NFL Draft that had quite a bit of people in attendance in Detroit. I think I was there. I think that might be in that video. We'll recap it next.
Women are bad with money.
It's what the world's been saying for centuries. But now, we've got something to say.
Save it. Save the old-fashioned advice, the empty excuses. It's all worthless, unlike us.
To our fellow females, it is time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Contributing to our futures, investing in our independence.
Until we're no longer
80% more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
So again, we say to that, save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault. Then the funds.
Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
Each day, 43 children are diagnosed with cancer.
A doctor sat down with me in a room, and that's when I first heard neuroblastoma.
Today's treatments are harsh, and many haven't improved in decades.
They kind of tell you when you go in that we're going to bring your child to the brink of death and then bring them back.
My hope for the near future is to be able to take these immune therapies and to make it a first-line approach. Because as more and more of these children survive into adulthood, we're seeing more complications.
It can affect their heart, it can affect kidneys and liver, it can affect their hormones and stunt growth.
It's almost like premature aging because of all the exposure to these drugs in the past.
Together, we can find safer treatments for kids fighting cancer.
The science says we have more hope than ever before, but we can only promise one thing, and that is we keep trying and that we'll learn from it. And the Children's Cancer Research Fund allows us to do just that.
For far too long, animals on farms and ranches were not afforded protections to ensure their humane treatment and care. Luckily, times have changed, and more farmers are raising their animals in accordance with the American Humane science-based standards, which offer ethically driven consumers humanely raised products. The next time you're in the grocery store, be sure to choose foods that are American Humane certified. To learn more, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show, I turn the spotlight on you. Inspiring stories.
I can do it!
That's right! The biggest stars.
You have your own show. I love Jennifer.
There you go.
I just pulled up.
And did I mention the surprises?
I would have worn my good wig.
Weekdays at 4 on WBKB-11.
Big soccer meeting to start the week as Lake Michigan Conference leading Traverse City St. Francis would take on league powerhouse Elk Rapids in a rematch. Glads took the first game of the series earlier this month, 3-0 at Elk Rapids. Elk's just a game back, though, in the standings, so a lot can happen with a win in the rematch. Early on, ER looking to get a goal, but Paisley Upshaw with the save right there in the box. St. Francis on their end plugs one on Natasha Beebe, but a couple attempts, and she's on top of it. Still a 0-0 game. Elks draw a PK opportunity midway through the first half, and Kendall Stanfest, you knew the senior was going to deliver in that opportunity. 1-0 lead. Stanfest again getting it right in the middle, but Upshaw is there to keep things at 1-0. Natasha Beebe again running out, stopping this goal attempt. 1-0 at the half. Elk Rapids in the lead. We'll get you an update on that score tonight at 11. The Detroit NFL draft experience is in the books, but people are still buzzing about the impact this event had on the city and the state. Governor Gretchen Whitmer confirmed Saturday Detroit had surpassed a 3-day attendance total of more than 775,000 people for the draft. That crushes the previous record of 600,000 set by Nashville 5 years ago.
To set the NFL record for attendance for the draft site, that's, I mean, I've said all along that we have the best fans in the world. And I mean, the anticipation of having the draft here just meant so much. Being able to, you know, let the world and the NFL world get a taste of what Detroit's about. 700,000 fans at one draft host city, that's about as impressive as it gets.
We'll hear from Holmes tonight on his draft views as a whole during sports at 11. For now, here's a look at the Lions picks from Thursday to Saturday. They took cornerbacks back-to-back in rounds 1 and 2. Terrion Arnold went on Thursday, Ennis Rakestraw Jr. in Friday's second round. The busy day for them was Saturday, making 4 picks, including 6'8", 350-pound tackle Giovanni Manu from British Columbia, Canada. They grabbed more defensive players with safety Sione Vaki out of Utah, then D-tackle Makai Wingo from LSU in round 6. They then capped things off with guard Christian Mahogany from Boston College for the end of their draft. Tigers coming off a big series win over the Kansas City Royals. They are rained out tonight, though, against St. Louis. There'll be a doubleheader at Comerica Park set for tomorrow starting at 3:30. That'll do it for sports. We'll be right back.
Salon services are furnished by Epiphany Advanced Academy in East Acme.
And is this with the doctor or is this with the nurse practitioner? Fantastic. Dad, lunch. Got some soup for you.
You are loved.
Oh, you. Look at those freckles.
This was very much.
You are valued. You are strong. You are resilient. You got this.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving.
Owen, let's talk for a second.
Hi, Ellen. Come on in.
When you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
It'll come to you.
It won't.
We had a lot to learn about each other. A lot. Hey, looks good. Things were changing so quickly. We didn't know what the future would hold. Any of us. I just wish you felt more at home now. But we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Tonight, we're still looking at some gray skies, although we should say about freezing. 38 to 48, a few passing showers, areas of patchy fog, especially once we get past midnight. Could run into that a little bit tomorrow morning. The wind is going to do a 180. It's out of the east now. It'll turn around out of the west overnight tonight.
Wow.
Well, you know what? We'll scour most of the clouds out for this picture. Pat and Kathy sent this in from Alberta near Frankfurt. Sunset looking over Lake Michigan.
That is gorgeous. Thank you so much for sharing that one with us. And thank you folks so much for joining us here on Up North Live News at 6. We'll see you right back here tonight at 11 o'clock.
Let's
The Jennifer Hudson Show. I turn the spotlight on you. Inspiring stories.
I can do it!
That's right! The biggest stars.
You have your own show. I love Jennifer.
There you go.
I just pull up.
And did I mention the surprises?
I would have worn my good wig.
Weekdays at 4 on WBKB-11.